Hi, 8th grade. Today we're doing lesson 7-3 and we're doing day 1. This is multiplying powers and we're going to be on page 428. We're going to be doing the problem 2 gotta check, which is on page 427, number 2B. And then just as a reminder, your homework for tonight is going to be on page 429, numbers 14 to 22. And then your bell ringer and 3 sentences is on page 431, number 78. Okay, we'll get back to that a little bit later. So today our lesson is about multiplying powers with the same base. So I'm going to write that down. This is multiplying powers with the same base. Okay. Let's take a look and see why this works, okay? So our rule is that if we have the same base, so meaning the same base of exponent multiplied together, our rule is that instead of multiplying it all the way out, we can add the exponents. So 3 to the 4th power times 3 squared would mean that we would add 4 plus 2 as our exponent. And that means this would be 3 to the 6th power. Let's see why this works. If we have 3 to the 4th power, that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And then if we multiply that by 3 squared, well, 3 squared is 3 times 3, right? The number times itself twice. So now let's take a look at how many times we've done this. We've multiplied 3 by itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And that's why this rule of addition works. So we can do this not just with numbers, but we can also do it with variables as bases, and our rules of order of operations are going to apply. So let's try problem 2. And I'm going to try problem 2B. If you're following along, there's both an A and a B, but I'm going to try problem 2B. So problem 2B says 2A times 9B to the 4th power times 3A squared. Okay? Now, this seems like a lot of work, okay? And the other thing is that we can only multiply powers that have the same base. Okay, so before I even start with any of these variables that are powers, the first thing I'm going to do are my coefficients. So I'm actually going to multiply these together. I can take 2 times 9, which is 18, and 18 times 3, which is 54. So this is 54. Okay. Sometimes it helps if you underline, okay, the ones you've done already. That way you make sure that you're not forgetting everything. Okay. Next, I'm going to do the A's. So you can see, oh, I have a little dog peeking in on the side of my video. So you can see when you have the A's, we have a single A and A squared. Remember, this isn't A to the 0 power. This is A to the 1st power. So now I can do my addition. A to the 1st power, A squared, I can add those two. So 1 plus 2 is 3. This is A to the 3rd power. So I'm going to underline those because I've taken care of them and they're done. The last thing I have to try is B to the 4th. There are no other B's, so I am just going to rewrite B to the 4th. Okay. That's it for problem 2. I want you to try the gotta check. So our gotta check is going to be problem 2B. So the gotta check is problem 2B. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, when you come back, we'll find the solution. All right, forgot to tell everybody, this was page 427 if you were looking at it. Okay, let's look at problem 2B. So it was negative 4c to the 3rd power, and we were multiplying that times 7d squared, and we were multiplying that times 2c to the negative 2 power. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, all right, first of all, I can take a look at my coefficients, so I'm going to get that squared out of the way. So negative 4 times 7 would be negative 28. And then negative 28 times 2 would be negative 56. Okay, I've just underlined them, so I made sure I've gotten them out of the way. Okay, next I'm going to take a look at the c's. So I have c to the third power and c to the negative 2 power, so I'm going to add those exponents. 3 plus negative 2 is just 1, so I only have 1c. Okay, you can write c to the first, but you don't need to. Okay, writing 1c means c to the first. So let me underline those guys. They're all done. All I have left is the d squared. My d squared, there's no other d squareds, so I just need to rewrite it. So this would be d squared. Okay, and that's my final answer, negative 56 cd squared. Okay, that's it for the lesson for today. Please try your homework. So your homework is page 429, numbers 14 to 22. And then remember your bell ringer in 3 sentences review problem, page 431, number 78. All right. Bye, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.